Today I'm going to give you guys a tour of a car that I just bought. Right behind me I have a 1997 BMW Z3 Roadster, 115,000 miles, the same owner, an elderly couple, since 2005. We're going to dive in and take a look at this car, and we're going to go over the things that could either make or break this buy. So here it is. 1997 BMW Z3 5-speed with the 1.9 liter 4-cylinder, 115,000 miles, no accidents, very clean and straight body. The car really doesn't have any scratches at all that I've noticed. I gave it a little bit of a wipe down, and I did take the convertible top down and put the cover over it so you guys could see it with the top down. Not sure if I put that on the right way or not. But just look at how straight the body of this car is. The paint has a nice shine. Really the only flaw on the body I've noticed is right here, the clear coat fading on the passenger door. So I found this car online, negotiated with the owner. Originally, he put it out for $4,500. And after communicating with him closely and just getting a little bit more information about this Z3, found out that him and his wife had it since 2005. And they bought it from the owner that drove it up to Maryland from Texas. And the car is originally from Texas, so it's a 3-owner car. First owner had it in Texas from 97 to 02. The second owner had it from 02 to 05, and then up until I just bought it today, an elderly couple had it until now, all the way since 2005. And they maintained it well. The only thing here is I have not heard the car run. This could either make or break this buy. I had one of these Z3s before with the same exact powertrain, the 5-speed and the 1.9 liter 4-cylinder. And it was a fun to drive car. This one right here, though, is in a lot better shape. The interior is in better shape. The exterior is in far better shape. And the history of it is much cleaner than the one that I had. As we get into this video, I'm going to show you guys what's wrong with this car. The only thing, and I say the only thing like it's not something that's big, it could either make or break this buy. The car had the key stuck in the ignition. Now, the elderly gentleman that I bought it from, he told me that he went out, tried to start the car one day, him and his wife. We're going to go out in the BMW here, and they put the key in the ignition, and when they got it to the on position, it just like locked, and the car didn't start. And it sat there for a couple months after that. They just never took the time to have anybody look at it. Now, sometimes when things like this happen to vehicles, you'll notice if someone is telling the truth or not by if the vehicle has been tampered with. You'll notice maybe the dash panels are cracked, broken, hanging down, things have been tampered with. This was not like that at all until I went in here and tried to get the key out of the ignition. What I'm going to need to do here is replace the ignition switch. Within 20 minutes of having it home, I got the key out of the ignition. And now you can see that it won't turn. Sometimes it does turn, other times it does not turn. And right now it's just not turning. I've messed with it off and on throughout the day. You can see the ignition switch is cracked. I did that. All this was perfectly intact, nice and tight, until I got it home and started messing with it because I figured it was probably the ignition switch that needed to be replaced. Now, I'm going to replace that. I did have the jumper cables hooked up to the car to verify it does have 115,000 miles, and I was able to turn the key forward and back, but because that ignition switch is messed up, and there's a little bit of corrosion going on down there with those wires and with that ignition switch, even when I did turn it all the way forward, it was like it wasn't catching. It was just kind of going forward and back, because the mechanism in here is all screwed up because, well, it was jammed, first of all. Second, it was corroded. And third, I just broke it. So I'm going to have to replace that. I noticed that it is brittle, and I can just kind of like pick pieces of it apart there. You can see there's a couple of screws underneath here that I'm not sure if you guys can see, pop up right there, and then over here there's another one, and that unit will just pop right out. That right there will make or break this buy. And when I say that, it's not like it's the end of the day if, say, I replace that and the car still doesn't start up. If I can get it to turn over, if I can just mess with it a little bit more, for the price that I paid for this thing, the way that the body is, I know that I will at least get my money back because of how straight the body is and how clean the history is. Now, if I can get it running, this is going to be an awesome car to have some fun with for a while. And then also, not just that, I'll be able to make a pretty decent profit on it as well. Now, I am going to go ahead and actually take and put the top up because the couple that I got it from did pay to have a brand new, if I can get it off, a brand new top installed. So don't pull on that. You're supposed to pull that like that. Okay. Now that noise right there you just heard is the seat. Oh. So this is what I was going to say next. When the people that owned it before I just got it today, when they took it to get the top installed, the people that installed the top messed this seat up. You can see that one over there is wearing nicely with no damage except for the frame right there. This one here, they got back the car from having the top installed, and whoever installed the top didn't take their time with getting in and out of the vehicle, evidently, and they busted that seat open over there. So I'll probably get some seat skins for both the seats, depending on which direction that we go with the car. I don't even know if I had this top on the right way, but I'm just going to set that there. Pull this up so you guys can see. Brown top. It's a little bit dirty, but this is a brand new top. So let's get out and take a look at that. You guys can see it doesn't have any damage at all. Take a look at the trunk back here. The shocks, I noticed that are bad, just like in my Z3 that I had before. Got our battery and tire jack and tire iron tools and stuff under there. Let's hop in, take a look here. Got our BMW owner's manual with the case. Nothing too fancy there. Does have one of these extra BMW badges. My glove compartment was messed up because I think that it was an accident, and truthfully the airbag may or may not have deployed in the Z3 that I had. But the dashboard of this one is a lot nicer and lined up. All the panels and everything are perfectly intact. Really, the whole interior was perfectly intact until I started messing with that and just like pulled it down. So it looks nasty now, but really the car wasn't like that at all. It was perfectly intact. And the previous owner didn't even try to get that fixed aside from just Jimmy and the key. So it just shows that nobody really attempted to take it out because I was able to get it out in less than 20 minutes. I'm excited that I was able to get one with the 5-speed and the 1.9 liter again. Looks like we do have heated seats in this one. The center console piece here is not broken like my previous Z3 was. We've got a couple of cup holders back there. Now, first day home, and something else that's broken that wasn't broken is the e-brake. When the tow truck driver unloaded it, I don't know if like something happened with the cable or something. I have no idea. I'm going to take a look at that. That was working when I bought it earlier, and then when we got it home, tow truck driver unloaded it. We got in to put the e-brake on, and I think the tow truck driver might have done something to it. Not intentionally, of course, but top is in great shape. Let's step out front. You can see I already put my Euro tag on it. This is where the Euro tag belongs on a German sporty car. that. A little bit dusty under here, but I did check the fluids. I checked the oil, checked the radiator fluid. The oil looked good. The radiator fluid looked good as well. Didn't smell funny, and everything just seemed okay underneath. It doesn't look like there's any leaks or anything. And up until that key jammed, the folks that I bought it from did say that it was running, and the primary use of the vehicle for them was taking it back and forth, a few hours back and forth from their residence to Ocean City, Maryland, on weekend trips, getaways, things like that. So they bought it with 68,000 miles in 2005. And over the course of 17 years, from the time they bought it to the time that I got it today, it went from 68,000 miles to 115. So that is about 47,000 miles in 17 years. Not bad at all. And I can tell that they did take care of the car. So there you go. That is a quick tour of the 1997 BMW Z3 that I just picked up today. Be sure to comment your thoughts below of the vehicle, of the video. Rate the video before you go. Subscribe today if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one.